Hello folks, and welcome back to another pickups video. And this is an unexpected pickups video for me. Not because I really had something, amazing just fall out of the sky or anything, but mainly because I was waiting for a special item to come in, and now I'm beginning to feel like it's not going to arrive until sometime later in this month, if even that. I'm a little upset about that, but I'll talk more about it once the item actually arrives. In the meantime, I have compiled, looks like 7 things here to show off purchases and pickups from the last, I'd say, month or so. But sadly, there's no games to show off in this one, which is a bit of a bummer because I will have some games here pretty soon, including the item I just mentioned. But I'm going to get this one out of the way, mainly because I kind of miss doing these. I had hoped that pickup videos would be one of my longest running series. Unfortunately, money being tight and all that, I can't afford to buy stuff left and right like I had been doing. But anyway, here's some stuff that I've picked up recently, and I'm going to start off with my movie purchases. Let's see. Try to put these together in a certain way. All right. So, first thing to show off is The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, my story with this is I have not watched the entire movie yet, but I had Vudu credits for the Vudu website, like Walmart's version of a Netflix or whatever, where you can stream movies, download, and buy and download and whatnot, or rent a movie. And anyway, I'd say a month and a half ago, I got some credits and I went to rent this on the Vudu website. And when you rent a movie to stream it, you get 30 days in which to stream it, and once you actually do, then you have 24 hours to watch it as often as you want, and then when the 24 hours are up, you can't watch it anymore. So I used the credits, rented the movie, and then I kind of forgot about it and didn't watch it. And literally on the 30th day at 9 o'clock that night, I started the movie up, and I think I dozed off, and I woke back up and I went to continue on with the movie, and it wouldn't load in. They literally, at the end of the 30 days, cut you off. So I only got to see the first hour of the movie, but I was enjoying it. And that's rare for me because I'm not a big fan of Mr. DiCaprio. I mean, he's a good actor and all that, but I've seen very few movies he was in that I enjoyed. But I was enjoying that one, so at some point I'm going to finish watching that stupid movie. Now, this was kind of an off-the-cuff purchase, but this came out a couple weeks ago. It's a movie called Her, starring the Joaquin Phoenix there. And I had never heard of this movie prior to the Academy Awards, where this was up for, and it won Best Original Screenplay by Spike Jonze. But it was the concept behind the movie, where this gentleman here encounters an operating system. What does it say on here? Becomes intrigued with a new advanced operating system which promises to be an intuitive and unique entity in its own right. Upon initiating it, he is delighted to meet Samantha, a bright female voiced by Scarlett Johansson, who is insightful, sensitive, and surprisingly funny. As her needs and desires grow in tandem with his own, their friendship deepens into an eventual love for each other. So it's very interesting. I don't know, maybe it's just due to my issues with human relationships. The idea of a guy who falls in love with essentially a sentient artificial intelligence kind of attracted me to it. Not to mention the fact that even though for several years I thought this guy was just a total whack job because of that weird project he did. He tried to become a rapper and he looked all weird and disheveled, and it ended up being just for some sort of a movie or a project he was doing. But for a long time there, I kind of lost my faith in Joaquin Phoenix. So this will be, I think, the first thing he's done since then that I'm going to try to sit down and watch. Alright, up next I've got another movie called Special ID, and I just want to point out how underrated an actor I believe this man, Mr. Donnie Yen, is when compared to, like they show down here, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li. Donnie Yen is underrated. Maybe it's because he doesn't do a lot of actual English-speaking roles in Hollywood. But I really look forward to stuff that I can watch of his. I own a select handful of Donnie Yen movies, some of which I have not watched yet. But I think he's amazing. This one looks amazing. I hope that it is amazing. And that's Special ID. Then I managed to pick up the movie Mud with Matthew McConaughey in it, Reese Witherspoon. Hemmed and hawed about this one for the longest time, but it dropped to like a $10 price point, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a shot. It's supposed to have been a pretty good role for him, and yeah, I just thought I would take my chances on the McConaughey. Hopefully I haven't shown this one in a previous video, but I think it was Season 1, but this is Season 2 of Little House on the Prairie, Blu-ray edition, this new remastered 40th anniversary release that they're doing for this. I haven't seen anything about Season 3 yet, but Seasons 1 and 2 came out within like a month and a half of each other. Hopefully they will do more, because this is just like a real old favorite TV show of mine. Okay, so that does it for my movies / TV shows. I have 2 music purchases to show off, and I am going to mention really quick too, I made a digital purchase of a game called Always Sometimes Monsters, something that I watched the YouTuber named Minx play several episodes of before it was actually released, and I liked it so much I decided to pick up the game. I can't show it off though since it's just on my computer, but I also downloaded the soundtrack for that because it was really, really good. Kind of a gritty, noirish sounding soundtrack. Perfect. It reminds me of music from the movie Drive, which I was reminded of when I heard of this group called, I believe it's called Carpenter Brute. They're kind of like a, I don't know, like a synth pop kind of thing that evokes the 80s. And Always Sometimes Monsters soundtrack by, I can't remember the name of the band now, which I'm sad to say that, but theirs was kind of a lighthearted video game version of what Carpenter Brute sounded like. So anyway, that was another thing I did get here recently. But now my music purchases here. This is Lindsey Stirling's new album, which is called Shatter Me, and this is the Target exclusive. I have both of Lindsey Stirling's albums, and I bought both of them through Target because they come with extra tracks, and they're pretty cool. She's amazing. Her music, if you've never heard it, you can see on here that she's playing a violin. It's like violin music meets hip-hop / dubstep. It's just really, really good stuff. Now, I haven't sat down and listened to this fully, but it's on my MP3 player, so the songs pop up every once in a while when I'm at work reading my books. And this is really good. The first album was amazing, so I'm hoping that this whole entire album is equally so. And then, if I have a highlight item for this pickups video, it would be this CD. And this is a project called Sin Shake Sin, and the album's called Lunatics and Slaves. And here's the story behind this. One day, and now I'm on YouTube, I have this channel, I've been a part of YouTube since 2009, I believe it was, when I made my account. Excuse me, and a lot of people who've been on YouTube for a while they'll know that every once in a while you'll get something in your inbox. Somebody will say, hey, check this out. I've gotten a lot of things say, oh, here's a comedy video, oh, here's some gameplay video, here's a song. And unfortunately, most of the time, what I get is crap / spam / whatever. Only 2 times has something come through there that I was like, this is pretty cool. One was a YouTuber, and I'll be talking about him when I continue my favorite YouTuber series. But the second one was this. In particular, a song on the back here called Trendsetter. There's a video and everything, and the guy behind this project, his name is Stacy Hogan, he sent that video out. Now, I don't know if he personally did it or if it was random, but I'm so glad that he did, because I love that song Trendsetter. What I've had a chance to listen to on this, because this came in the mail yesterday, if I remember right. It officially releases Tuesday, but YouTubers, people who subscribed and liked and whatnot, and got in on it early on YouTube, were offered a chance to get this early, which I did. I took advantage of it. I bought it, and now I have the CD here. Let me show. Well, the disc I think is still sitting in my computer, but here's another thing real quick. It's autographed and signed to me by Stacy Hogan. Evan, you rock. That was an option that you could have, so it's very, very cool. This is really cool, really good music, and to me, it harkens back to the 90s. I read some reviews of the music online, and there were a couple people who pegged it really good. When I heard Trendsetter, the first thing I thought of was early Nine Inch Nails work. Early to mid 90s Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails, both the commentary and the musical sounds. But there's also stuff on here that has a very southern rock and bluesy sound to it, and he is like stationed out of Nashville right now, so that might explain part of that. And then it's like pop hooks in rock songs. I don't know, it just really reminded me of a lot of the stuff that I listened to in the 90s. Hopefully that wouldn't be considered as anything but a compliment on this, but that's really kind of what caught my ear in it, was how much it reminded me of some of the music that I just loved when I was a teen and in my early 20s. But another good thing about this is it's music with a message. I'm not really articulate enough to explain the message to anybody, but check out the video for Trendsetter, listen to some of the stuff on this song, and I think you'll get a good idea. If anything can kind of capture the message, I get a bumper sticker with this, and it says at the bottom there, rock and roll versus ignorance. So this is really, really cool. I can't decide if I want to slap this on my truck or hold on to it for a while. But I'm really, really happy to have had a chance to get this in general, but also happy to have gotten it a little early, an autographed copy, a bumper sticker. So if you like... Yeah, that was my phone. Didn't even think to put my phone away before I sat down to do this. I always try to put it somewhere so that if it decides to ring, it won't interrupt the video. I've already done too much of this video to start over, and since I don't do the editing thing, yay, you got a phone call in the middle of my video. Alright, well anyway, if any of the way that I describe this appeals to you, check this out. I'll leave a link in the description below to the YouTube channel so you can check out the Trendsetter video and samples of a couple other songs. And, well, that's going to wrap it up for this wonderful pickup video that was interrupted by a phone call. Alright, so I'll see you next time.